All right, we're here with Laura Huffman, the State Director of the Nature Conservancy here in Texas. And what are the biggest environmental issues facing us here in Texas right now?
Water. There's no question that as we pull out of a summer where we've had record heat, record wind, record drought, and record wildfires, it's put the idea of our freshwater protection into incredibly sharp focus. And as our state is doubling in population, right now we've got 25 million people. By 2050, we'll have 50 million people. There's no question that the conservation issue of our time is water protection.
And what's being done right now to address that issue?
Not enough. There is a state water plan that is priced out at $53 billion, and it's unfunded. It calls for 23% of the state's future water supply to come from conservation, which is a number that makes us nervous since there's no real game plan to get there. But I will tell you, there's a little silver lining on that dark cloud, and that is that there's a law that got passed by the legislature this last session. It is on the November ballot. It is Prop 8, and it is the first time in the state of Texas or the rest of the country that we found a way to incent water protection on private lands. So there is something that's happening, and there's something that can engage people to help out.
Are you hopeful? Are you seeing momentum heading this way?
I am. People understand the importance of water. It takes very little effort to get people engaged on this issue, not only because people understand that it drives business and the economy, but it's a big part of who we are as Texans. There's nobody that doesn't relate to one of our rivers or streams or lakes.
And with all the wildfires we've seen lately, is y'all's organization involved in that in any way, or? We are, from a whole variety of perspectives. First of all, we've got an awful lot of people that are trained to fight wildfires, and so, for example, in the West Texas wildfires, we provided a lot of staff. But we're also going to be going back through the burned areas in parts of Texas and determining what were the effects of these fires, what were the ecological effects, because in some cases, these fires burned hotter than they would have if the land had been stewarded differently. The fuel buildup was too high. So we're going to take a look at what the impacts to land, animals, plants, and water were. Your CEO just delivered a keynote where he talked about the importance of reaching young people. What are some of the things your organization's doing to do that?
We've actually done some really cool stuff in Texas. First of all, we partnered with Austin City Limits for the music festival just a few weeks ago. So we had a booth and we did all sorts of social networking and had raffles, and there were 80,000 people there every day. Being part of South by Southwest, we think, is an important part of networking with young people. This is obviously a very vibrant group of people that uses the social media a lot. We hired a UT student and a Rice student this summer and had them tour our preserve system, and they put out a set of videos called Matt and Riley's Adventures, and they just talked about conservation through the eyes of young people. We've got a Facebook with nearly 9,000 followers. We tweet. So we're just doing everything we can to get out there and explain to people, I don't care if you're sitting in downtown Houston, you need to understand what's at stake with the natural resources in Texas, because everything about your lifestyle depends on it.